If you are a frequent reader and consumer of Cold Hard Football Facts, Captain Comeback is no stranger to you. If you're not, I encourage you to read their column. Everybody talks about Peter King and his Monday morning quarterback. Captain Comeback has a lot of meat on the bone every week, talking specifically about comebacks in the NFL. For example, we now, after week 8, have had 35 fourth quarter comebacks, 40 game-winning drives, games with fourth quarter opportunities, 63%, 10-plus point comebacks. There have been 23 and 20-point comebacks. There have been 5 this year. What I want to focus on with our Captain Comeback talks about this week is Eli Manning. Kerry. Eli Manning is one of the best quarterbacks in the fourth quarter in the NFL. As a matter of fact, by statistics, he's number 1.
Yeah, well, Captain Comeback is the name of one of our contributors, Scott Kashmar. He's a Pittsburgh guy, a Steelers fan, but also the architect of probably the greatest database of comebacks and game-winning drives in the nation. Not only does he write a column for us, he's provided all the comeback and game-winning drive data for Pro Football Reference, which is kind of, just a big reference authority of stats on NFL history, and he's provided a lot of that data for them as well. So this guy's a great resource, great writer, and like you said, Butch, a lot of meat on the bones when he writes. And, personally, I've been kind of an Eli Manning guy. I think the guy is unflappable. I think he comes through in the clutch, and quite frankly, he's responsible for the greatest single drive in the history of pro football, coming back to beat the Patriots in the end of Super Bowl 42, the only guy in the history of the NFL to lead a touchdown drive in the final 2 minutes when anything less than a touchdown meant defeat. Nobody else has ever done it but Eli Manning. So not only did he do something historic in that respect, Butch, he toppled an 18-0 team in the process. If that doesn't, that's a legacy-making drive for all time. So even though he may be hot or cold week to week, that game kind of proves how unflappable he is and how, maybe he got a little lucky, but he got it done. That's the key thing. And right now, Captain Comeback has some great data on Eli Manning, and just another one against the Dolphins last week. And what I found interesting, Butch, Eli Manning right now has the best October record. Now we're into November, so we have to really watch this. But Eli Manning has the best October record of any quarterback in the Super Bowl era, which tells you that this guy can play at an elite level.
Well, it also tells you should wake up in September, if that's the case. I mean, as Captain...
Well, the problem is, Ben, I'm looking at some of the numbers here. He's not been as elite in November. It's been a problem. Of course, the NFL, you really have to play well late in the season. But at the end of the day, and I think, his Giants teams have had a lot of talent around them. They've had some good defenses. But I think he's not a Tom Brady, Peyton Manning quarterback, but I think he's on that level right there below it. And his ability in clutch situations like Captain Comeback has shown, it pretty much puts him up there with some of the best we've seen in recent history.